So today we are at, where are we then? Badbury Clump, permitted mountain bike area for experienced downhill mountain bikers only. Oh dear, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? So the idea of the video today is basically to ride my bike with my drone following me and to fly my little drone in and amongst the trees. I got my two little dogs with me, so I obviously cannot go belting it around the mountain bike area. Not really done this kind of thing before. Just a nice, slow, gentle kind of a trip really, just to see how we get on with it. Would be interesting to see whether this thing can actually keep up or not. Not that I'm going to go belting it around. I can't really. Weather-wise, it's a bit misty and a bit murky. Still quite early in the morning, but we'll give this a go. Have some fun. Just nice to be out here really. Right, so we're just going to join the drone with the Fly app, and I want to go into follow mode. I need to go to settings to do that. Follow. Right, distance is medium. We go high in elevation. You can go low, flat or high. Thinking I'm going to need to go fairly high. I think we'll try high and we'll see how we get on with it. Hopefully that will do the trick for us. Here. Ooh. Come on. Okay. I struggled a bit, didn't it? So we're just going to slow it down somewhat. Really did enjoy that out there actually, the cycle ride. I think the Neo, I think it did fairly well behind me. I lost it a few times, going down the mountain bike track. Obviously I couldn't push it too hard. I didn't really want to be honest. I mean, I've seen kids, you know, teenagers, 20-year-olds absolutely fly down that slope, that track, and honestly if they come off they're going to do themselves, you know, a real bad injury, and I didn't really want that happening to myself as you can imagine. But what I did, very gentle, very slow and enjoyable. I like to take my time and look around my surroundings and appreciate them, you know, just rather than go belting around like a mad thing, you know, perhaps injuring myself or something. I think when you're young, when you're a teenager in your 20s and 30s, you can probably bounce. Us older ones, we tend to break, and I could see that happening, and I just take my time. I just simply take my time. Right. Okay, so we're going to fly the little droney around this neck of the woods. Really lovely round here. I've been up here several times with the DJI Mini 2, but never with the Neo. So we're going to have a flight around here. I just love the quietness, the stillness of this particular wood, because you're quite a long way away from the towns, the big conurbations. Swindon being about 20 minutes over to my right, Highworth behind me, maybe 3 miles or so, Faringdon 3 miles that way, 2 miles, and you can't hear anything. This is how life would have been hundreds of years ago.
Point updated.
You know, without the humdrum, you know, which life has become. I sometimes wonder, life back then was a lot more simpler. I think people have more time for this, you know, just getting out here and appreciating, you know, the woods or the outdoors. Yeah, it's wild, isn't it? It's really wild. And now I'm going to wreck the quietness by flying my drone, aren't I? I'm going to completely wreck it. But I hope it gives you some pleasure like it does me. I really do get an awful lot out of just doing this, something very simple. And I hope it stays this way. You know, I do fear that the government are making life more and more difficult, you know, for ourselves in the UK and probably around the rest of the world, where they're trying to implement their set of rules on us all the time. It's all about, I feel, it's all about trying to break us down, put us in a place of, I don't know, fear perhaps, you know. And I know what's going on around the world with the wars and the rumours of wars and all the other stuff, and you can really get consumed by it, and it really does put you in a place of fear. It robs you of your peace and your serenity. So I think if anyone is struggling with any kind of issue regarding mental illness or anxiety or anything like that, this, I think, just getting out here, you haven't got to fly a drone or you haven't got to ride a bike, you just come to a place like this and you can just appreciate the solitude, connect yourself with nature, you know, just listen to the sounds. I think, you know, your hearing tends to kind of be bumped up in a way, you know, your senses are more kind of alert to perhaps where they used to be, you know, before we lived in high-rise buildings in, you know, cities of 15 or 20 million people or something, you know. Anyway, I digress. So, yep, here we go. Right, guys, we go for a little flight, then we have a little spin around here. Good old Randall's out there somewhere, by the way. Good old Randall, he's over there. You might see him on the camera, actually. You might do. Okay. Right, we get filming. And away we go. Let's see what there is. We just have a little wander around in this beautiful little wood. It's fairly open, this one, so hopefully I shouldn't get too many incidences or perhaps accidents or something. I don't know. Famous last words and all that, isn't it? Okay. There's a bit of mist around, as you can see. Temperatures sort of dropping in the UK quite considerably now as we head in towards winter. That's just a natural progression, isn't it, of the seasons. You know, it can't be spring all the time, can it? Certainly can't be summer all the time. It's nice to have some seasons, I guess. Otherwise, I suppose we'd get a bit fed up with the same weather all the time. Okay. If you do spot anything, guys, just stick it on the old big screen there. You never know, you might see something kind of interesting. You might do. Not promising anything, but you know, it's just nice to be out here in the woods, flying around, play with my drone, seeing what I can see, enjoying the surroundings. Yeah, lovely place. It's a bit more open here, so perhaps slightly less likely to have an incident or something. Just go over this way, shall we? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, there's so many different things to talk about, aren't there? You know, and I try to forget about these things, to be honest. I try to. This is my little time away in paradise. This thing's screaming through the wood, upsetting the balance of nature, or the stillness anyway. Beautiful though. Ooh, bit mad, just to slow it down a bit. Don't want any crashes going on, do we? Not that it would make much difference to this little drone anyway, because it's pretty indestructible, to be honest. Yeah. Okay. Just see how nice it is. Yeah, I'm just concentrating, just being quiet, just trying to keep this thing in a fairly straight line and a fairly flyable state. I think a bit of mist is coming on the lens there, so it's quite, you can see it's quite misty. Yeah, there's a bit of mist around. Okay, let's head on in this direction, shall we? Anyhow, work-wise, well, work's a bit up and down at the moment. I've got a few quotes to go out and sort out with gutter cleaning. At the end of the day, I'm making a living, which is all I really want to do. I understand I'm never going to be, you know, super duper wealthy with what I do, my line of work. And I don't really want to be, to be honest. I'm just happy just to potter around, to live my remaining years out doing things like this, enjoying nature, enjoying my surroundings, just trying to be the best person I can possibly be, really. But I do fear there are some big changes coming ahead, not only for myself, but I think for most of the human race, to be honest, especially in the UK. It seems like we're being taxed into oblivion. We had a budget yesterday, which I don't think was very friendly towards working class people. You know, I've got my eyes open, I've got my ears open. You know, I understand what's going on. I don't like it. There's nothing I can do about it. I have to play ball pretty much. But as soon as they start to take away my freedoms, and they're doing that already, I can't speak about certain things for fear of being put in prison, really. Not that I want to talk about bad stuff. You just want to vent your spleen from time to time. I do get rather angry about the way the world is, not just for myself, but for perhaps my grandchildren, you know, and my kids. I don't know what kind of the world that they're going to inherit. Not a very good one, I don't think. But you'd have thought as time goes on, things would have perhaps improved somewhat. Doesn't seem to be the case. We've got different governments come in, nothing changes, it's the same agenda. And we're just sick of it. We really are just sick of it. It doesn't really seem to be an awful lot of, you know, positive things regarding, I don't know, politics really, and the way the country's heading. It's been heading downwards for a long, long time, I think. Anyway, I guess your country is much the same as ours. Yeah. Anyway, I think the lens is getting a little bit misted up. It's quite cold up here today. And I think the lens is just misting up somewhat. Anyhow. Just nice to be out here, really. Flying around by the seat of our pants, looking at, you know, nature at its best, really. Trying to find a little way through. I'm not sure I can. No, I think we're okay. I think we got away with that. Right, 40% battery power left. I think I'll have to take this thing back fairly shortly. And that'll probably be my little flight for today. It's been a good one though, it's been quite a long one. Beautiful area around here, as you can see. Really nice. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right, screaming back towards me now. And there it comes. Beautiful, really good. Right, 35% battery power left. I think we might head over in perhaps that direction somewhere. Into the mist. Into the mist and the murkiness we go. Beautiful. Yeah, it's quite misty there, isn't it? You can see there's a lot of mist around. Okay. misty out there. It's a little bit misty out there, guys. Gives you an idea. Yeah, it's not nice, is it? I think we'll take you back into the woods, I think. Seems to be a bit less mist in the woods than there is outside it. Yeah, it's quite bad. Okay. See if we can get you in and down, shall we? Try and find a gap somewhere. That looks pretty challenging, doesn't it?
Battery level is low.
Oh.
Aircraft will return to the home point in 10 seconds.
No, don't do that.
Return to home.
No, don't return to home. All sorts of bad things happen when you hit the return to home button, especially in the wood. So we've got low battery, so we'll just try and get ourselves back, I think, towards the home point. Okay. Well, it's been fun. I've enjoyed this, my time in the woods, as I always do. Very rarely do I come back disappointed, I have to say that. I enjoy every single moment in the woods. I just enjoy it, being out here, being part of this, being part of something bigger, connecting with nature. It's really good for one's mental health, I think.
Battery level is low. Aircraft will return to the home point in 10 seconds.
Okay, it's getting bad now. Here we go, guys. There we go. Good stuff. Excellent. Enjoyed that.
Landing.
There we go. Okay, so it's back safe and sound once again. I'm going to put all my my clobber away. And I'm going to jump on my bike and I'm going to have a slow, gentle ride back, I think, to my car, which is about maybe a quarter of a mile away, thereabouts. Got one full battery power-wise, so I think what I will do, I think when I get out of here, I'll probably put it on follow mode again. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I really did. No incidences, no accidents. There's some big trees around here, but no doubt if you do hit one head on, you know, in fast mode, then it's pretty indestructible. But there's a lot of mist around, a lot of moisture in the air, and I do think that the lens was just fogging up a little bit, and I hope it didn't take away any enjoyment which you had. It's just being part of it, you know, for me is the win-win situation, getting out of the town, really, getting into a place where I can, you know, think for myself, let's say. A bit of me time, as they say, a bit of me time. All I've got to do now is get the doggies in, get the bike in. Go on, in you go then. Good boys. And drive the 15 or 25 minutes or so back to my house. I could really do with some kind of a bike stand on the back of my car, really. But they come with a bit of a price. They're not cheap, but the amount of cycling I'm going to be doing, it probably would be a good idea to actually get one, wouldn't it? Come here then. There we go. Right. So the bike's in. I think we're all set to make our tracks back home now. Interesting little ride today, wasn't it, boys? Did you like that? It was good, wasn't it? Yeah, I know, mate. It's good. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go home, get myself a cup of coffee, sit down, make a video. I've got a quote to do this afternoon for someone's gutter cleaning not far from where I live. So that's what I'm going to do now. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. As always, take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Good boy. Yeah.